What is up, YouTube? I'm having a laugh because I'm so behind in social media that I tried to record this on Instagram first, couldn't get the right length, and then when I went to do a live for the first time, apparently you have to have 1,000 followers. I did not know, had no clue. I'm making a video to follow up on what was a post for my Instagram actually, and will be a post again when this is finished to said Instagram with the goal point of just highlighting some of what I was talking about, some of these up and coming goals for these art accounts that I've had for a little while now. We're looking to step out and just show more, give you guys more content, honestly, and kind of find a little bit of a direction with it. I had a friend in my life who brought up to me the other day. They were trying to give me some constructive criticism, and they were like, you don't have to be like so extroverted. You can come out and do things. And I was confused because I was like, I know you mean well. This I could tell. But I talk to people all the time. I come out all the time. I have great times connected with people, bro. Like, family was over today. Blast. But it did get me thinking. I was like, it's not their fault that they don't see me out, but then they don't know what I'm doing either. I've made, I think, the mistake when posting things to work on this completed piece thinking that everybody needed to see the result and then posting it, right? And it's like this fleeting thing. People check out, they get excited, and then they move on. And then like I don't keep with the workflow of their attention span because it's an all-day process. One person nailing comic books, bro. It's a good time, but you stack it on your life. Shit takes a minute. And I was telling everybody in the post, like, I've run into some problems here and there. Just had to leave the website at one point. I feel like it wasn't getting enough traction because I did not call it the same handle as some of my other accounts. And I think that leads to a little bit of confusion with that experience now. And I also started trying something where I was linking it with Wix. And I like this alternative better, guys. It gives me a place to kind of store the comics as well as create a space for people to check out where everything was linked together. And that's what I'm getting into, right? A lot of people have recommended Discord to me. A lot of people have helped me navigate some of the things that I'll be getting set up for TikTok here soon. And we're gonna step out. We're gonna check those things out, man. I want to kind of start doing like a vlog each time I do some progress, whether it's in the form of reels or just kind of letting people know what's going on. But I want to be on the camera, inviting you guys to see what I'm doing when I'm out, when I'm working on stuff in my art. I feel like if I catalog the process as a whole, then people will see what I'm engaging with. They'll be there with the step-by-step. We can grow an audience, and then by the time it's finished, like the website and the current project I'm working on, this art encyclopedia, we'll all have it in the same place, bro. Like, we'll have arrived at the same time, and it's I think kind of cool for people to see the stepping stones, which is actually what this project I'm working on tonight is. Okay, so when I made the post, we were at 30 pages. That's where we're starting. By the time I jump back to this video, we're gonna know the progress, and then I'm gonna let you know what we're gonna set up for tomorrow as well. So this is a art encyclopedia that I'm working on. As an artist, and I'm sure other people do this too, I have bought like a ton of different like collections of people's art where they get like, I'm assuming they have people donate to some of them, but I know that some of them are actually just over the years one artist's work, right? And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make one of these next. That's gonna be the move. I have a plethora of things that are far back from like high school, and then the evolution up to things that I do now. We're talking ranges from like sketches that are just kind of the raw format, untouched, all the way down to like the professional line work, the coloring, and we'll even talk about some of the characters that I've been working on for Kelly on the Chief and vice versa. So yeah, this is my work setup, man. You guys hear the Fleetwood Mac playing. I got 30 pages on the Clip Studio. We got an incense lit to get into the vibe, and like this is how it works, bro. I'm here to work. I'm gonna let y'all know what we're gonna get into tomorrow. So today it's not comic book, sorry. Today it's encyclopedia art, talking about the comic books and vice versa. And we're going to, so I'll actually give you guys some details exactly we're gonna jump in on that. Right now, because I have so many photos, I want this to get to like 100, maybe if we can go over that, 200, like if I could actually see that I have 200 pages in here, that would be really nice. And I do have a comic book that went unfinished in high school. It's like 157 pages, that could just be a good filler to start with on that one too, man. But anyway, what we'll be working on tonight is we're going to take the photos that we have from our various files. We're going to put them on pages essentially and get them gathered in certain spots. I want to create a certain look in the progression of the art first, and then I want to go back in and give tabloids about what I was feeling when I worked on the art, the age that I was at, the things that were going through my mind in the process, because you're gonna see growth in this, you know what I mean? There's like a lot that you're like, oh, yeah, it's risky that he showed this, and then there's ones that I am extremely proud of, and they're gonna be pretty awesome. So right, I'm gonna get to work on that. The other thing I will show you guys, so we have the website up and running. This is the Wix site. I will leave a link in the description as well as on the Insta post here in a minute. But what we had to get rid of was the skateboard link that jumped us over to I Love Drip. I was going to originally just sell with Wix, but then the two things that I really wanted to create more of, trading cards and skateboards, did not have the option to port directly to Wix. If somebody knows something about that, leave it in the comment section. But I'm fairly certain Board Pushers and the other name is lost on me. I don't think either one communicate to this channel, but they both have a direct app communication to my Shopify. So I figured we'll fire that one back up. We'll use the $10 one for the time being so that we can focus on sales. What that means is you guys at some point will be able to access the store, but nobody's able to buy anything like that until I go to their next account tier. It's for purely work, which is what we're going to be doing in the videos. We're going to get to see that process, which is going to be cool. Okay, and so what I do have on the channel, though, you can jump over to the Kaeleo in Chief comic. You can read all 9 chapters of it. What I like about the format on the computer versus the webtoon that some of you have checked out is the webtoon is tweaked. Like, it's designed so that you can scroll on the phone art all the way down. On here, I have it in the same format that is going to be the finalized versions that will be printed and vice versa. But I always give forewarning, bro. I am apparently a terrible speller, and as a professional, I should be opening up another thing to spell check things and correct that. I will get on that. I get fast paced, and I have like a quick person do a check over my shoulders. Not the best method, and then I roll with the punches, and I will fix it later when I put it professionally for sale. But I think that bamboozles people a little bit because they're like, why would I pay for something that has major misspelling in it? Makes total sense. Hindsight is 2020, so I'll even have a laugh with you guys about some of the really stupid things that I've caught after the fact. We'll pick fun of it, and then we'll get it corrected. Maybe we'll all get a spelling lesson, bro. And then finally on here, I also have my started card collection series. We have the OSB, which stands for Outer Space Boys, right? And what this is a series of parody aliens that I'm doing kind of like a Cabbage Patch deal. We have the ability to check out the entire cardstock collection from here, and we have the ability to check out the short story that has been started. Very, very short comic book, but fun to read. And it, houses my favorite character, Rocker Alien, as well as his homeboy, Suits Alien, which is my brother's favorite. And then if you go down here, where are you? There is a tab that says Start Your Collection Today. This was a link to the original website, so this is kind of the stuff we're going to be fixing here. If you try to use this now, we're shut down. We don't have it up while we're not running it. So that's the stuff that I'm making videos to be accountable for, right? Like, as I build this progress, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what we're doing here today. Then we're going to jump into that, and it'll be different. And we're going to prove that it's going to be different. So you will see all the baby steps to the process, and you guys will be able to kind of follow the journey with me. And then when we get there together, we'll all check out the awesome content, man. And I want you to make sure that you do things like comment when you can, and tell me things that you have your thoughts on, share with me stuff that you might want, ask me questions. I want to be as much of an open book as possible because I don't trip about a lot of things. I just feel like throw it in there and I will do my best to understand you. That's going to be the way. But anyway, this has been a great first video for me. Feels productive. I hope that you guys look forward to the content and offer insight. Maybe we can learn some stuff together. I'm looking to really make connection on here. Like, I feel like part of not doing this early in life was just some fears of going out there, as well as terrors on the internet, like the whole AI. Everybody that's an artist seems to hate that. And then Also, just you never it feels like the time. You know what I mean? You're like, I just want to create stuff. I just want to make things, and you'll tell yourself clever stuff like, I don't have time to make a video. It's not true. And I was doing some radio work before this and using release my voice, but I was like, just upgrade, bro. Just go to the show your face, get to work. So anyway, I'm gonna stop dawdling. I'm gonna get to work, and then I'll link my Instagram as well. I'll follow up with the Instagram for the results on today's page work. I'll see you guys at bedtime, man.